A church leader in Ohio says the proposed merger of two dioceses there has been put on hold. Bishop Jeffrey Monforton from the Diocese of Steubenville made the announcement earlier this week. His diocese was set to join Columbus, Ohio. The move was announced in early October and prompted immediate pushback from the faithful. The merger would have been put to a vote during the U.S. Bishops' Conference next week in Baltimore. And we go now to Joe Bukuras, staff writer for Catholic News Agency, who has been following this story. Joe, welcome back. Great to see you. So what were some of the reasons given for the merger, and how many Catholics would have been affected?
Thanks for having me, Tracy. Yeah, well, there has been when the Bishop Monforton of Steubenville put out his original article in early October, he cited a lot of vocational concerns. He said that most of the priests are getting older, and there are some vocations, but most of them are not young. There's about two, I think he said 2 in their 20s, and then more as you get older. He said that in 10 years, if all the priests in their 60s, I believe, stay in active ministry, more than half of the diocese priests will be in their 70s. So that was one big concern. He said that mass attendance has been down by huge percentages. He said that just the number of Catholics being baptized have been down. So these are all the reasons that he gave for saying, after consultation with the bishops of Ohio, with other bodies of bishops, it seemed like merging with the neighboring Diocese of Columbus, and much larger diocese, I should add, made more sense.
And Joe, I understand much of the feedback from the faithful was really pretty negative. What were some of their concerns?
Yeah, it was. Well, so once the bishop came out with this article in early October, that he wanted the faithful to take a survey. And this survey, the results came back and they were made available to us. And we saw that about 60% of the responses disapproved of the merger. It was reported that people had sentiments of fear, disappointment. I spoke to a priest in the diocese, a lay faithful in the diocese, and they said that it just didn't seem like it made sense to them to merge both of the dioceses. Yes, there are vocational concerns. Okay, maybe there's some money concerns, but isn't this the same across the country? And how would merging it with the Diocese of Columbus actually help their problems? They seem like they said like it didn't seem like the bishop was putting forward any real solutions that the merger would offer, and it just seemed like it may have been a better option to stay on the beaten path and do what they were meant to do as a mission diocese, which is to evangelize and make more Catholics baptized, preach the gospel.
So, Joe, what comes next for this proposed merger? And is there any indication how the vote would have gone at the USCCB meetings next week?
Yeah, so I'm not sure how the vote would have gone next week, but the next steps is that the bishop is going to have those meetings have not been planned yet. The spokesperson for the diocese told me today, and it's unclear when the next vote from the USCCB would come, if that vote ever comes, and the spokesman did say if that vote ever comes. But ultimately, it would be a vote that is ultimately is decided by Pope Francis.
All right. Well, Joe, thank you so much for your time today and weighing in on this. We appreciate it.